Ladies, gents, boys and girls, Papa Smoke back again with another video. Okay, so, as some of you who follow me on Facebook will be aware, I was supposed to do a video on Thursday, yeah? But unfortunately, I ended up getting myself banned due to a few daft disputes. Um, so, I'm going to do videos on here now for the foreseeable future. And like Thursday's video was supposed to be making your magic manifest. This was supposed to be a nice, easy, beginner level video. But tonight's video is a change to that schedule. Tonight's video is covering the psychological aspect of spiritual warfare. So, this is, I'm not going to go into massive amounts of detail about every aspect of it because there's quite a bit of detail in my new book that's coming out soon, the Book of Smoke. But in magic, in malevolent magic, there is certainly mind games. It's kind of like a good thing to do with your dark work if you can get in your enemy's head. So if you can get into their head and live in their head and make a mess in their brain, it's it's something that's quite. It works hand in hand with your dark work and helps like sort of send your enemy crazy, as their defenses become lower and they become less resilient. So there are many ways this is done. Quite a few professionals in the occult at the moment are experiencing one of the ways. One of the ways is to basically, I call it shit bombing, is to basically troll and spam the person with as much negative rubbish as possible. Whether this be like death threats, whether this be like in the case of what me and Mama Smoke have had, we've had death threats, we've had rape threats, we've had our enemies signing us up to their own fan clubs. We've had abusive random emails about like people's abilities. We've had fraudulent refund claims from people that have never bought from us. All sorts of stuff. All this is designed to do, yeah. It's designed to grind a person down, yeah, mentally and make them think, oh, I'm not good at this. I'm shit at this. I'm losing. I feel weak. I'm drained. It's meant to basically sap you and make you feel weak and drained, and like it's meant to shatter your confidence, which means when you cast to defend yourself against them, or when you cast to do some work for a customer, yeah, you're not wholehearted in it because you've got doubt, and everybody knows doubt kills manifestation. Yeah, right. So rule one is you have to have a thick skin and you have to be quite mentally tough in order to engage in a spiritual war. And the reason being is if your enemy uses this tactic against you and you're not, then you're surely to lose. Now, my enemies must underestimate me because they've been trying the same damn tactic for about nearly 2 years now. But it just kind of looks petty and immature, really. A lot of the emails I don't even respond to anymore. I used to think it was funny to send like pictures of my dog's ass and stuff back to them, but I don't respond to these things anymore. And a good tip and a good tactic to actually counter this when this is happening to you is to remind yourself how you've helped others, how the manifestations you've had. What I do is I read back through my reviews for the year, because once we're in the next year, I don't keep them anymore. I've got that many that my page would just be chocker. It'd be absolutely packed if I did it for all 3 years. So I just use the current ones. I read back through my reviews, through what the clients have been saying about me, through the people that actually pay my wages, what they actually think of me. I read back through them, and this helps me instill confidence in myself and my abilities and stuff like that. It also helps me see that a lot of these people are just jealous and haters because they can't manifest anything on the same level. If they could, I literally wouldn't be sat here talking to you. But that's one of the psychological aspects, is to basically do what they can to mentally grind you down, to make you feel weak and disempowered. Because as soon as they can make you feel weak and disempowered and doubting your own beliefs, yeah, they've got you. Yeah, right? Because you're going to be ineffective against them. You're going to be ineffective in your own path, in your own life, and you're going to be ineffective in any sort of client work you do. Yeah, right? So stay strong, keep your head up. Yeah, right? And you'll realize also, this is another key aspect to this particular kind of pattern. There's a pattern that happens When you are thriving and doing well and being successful, the abuse will come more. What they're trying to do is what I call make your head pop. So they basically give you all this crap and make your head pop. So you do something like I did, then you end up getting in a confrontation with somebody and getting banned. Yeah, right? Now, they are under the impression that the left-hand path in my case is like all be all and end all for my income, when actually less than 1% of my income comes from their social circle kind of situation. You know what I mean? So whether I'm banned or not, it's irrelevant. You know, a lot of customers don't even respond to my marketing; they just hit me up in my messenger and ask me for something. So there you go. But yeah, again, going off topic, back on topic. Yeah, right. Shit bombing somebody to smash the confidence in the self is one way of, like, one part of the psychological aspect of spiritual warfare. To me, I think it's a dirty part. I think it's a cowardly part. But we've all done it before, haven't we? Now, another key aspect in spiritual warfare, yeah, is truth hurts. Yeah, rule 2, truth hurts, right? So if you can find something out about your opponent or something like that, yeah, right, and you can use this to your advantage to turn their support circles against them, yeah? Like in my case, when I found out that Michael Hyson had a conviction for being a paedophile, or I won't say any others, but yeah, so truth hurts, basically. So if you can find out something negative about your enemy, expose that to the people who follow them and support them, and cut off those support networks, yeah, what this does is it mentally shatters them, and it mentally shatters their confidence, makes them get into other confrontations with people, perhaps gets them surrounded by enemies. And all this is good for when you're casting your dark work, because magic takes the path of least resistance to hit people, yeah, right? So if you create as many possible negative outcomes for this person as possible while you're casting, yeah, your path of least resistance is there, right? Then the luau, whichever spirit you're working with, yeah, can just go down whichever path it likes to ruin the motherfucker's life. Yeah, right. So, yeah, rule 2, truth hurts. We don't need to mention any more names or call any more names. This video ain't about calling anyone out. It's actually a genuinely educational thing. So, rule 2, truth hurts. Find out something about your enemy that's negative, especially if it's bad or if it digs at them. Yeah, right. Like, it's like imagine an open wound. You're grabbing it and squeezing it. Yeah, so you're wanting that reaction. Yeah, this can also set them off and start them making stupid mistakes and getting them sent in trouble as well. So, but what you're trying to do by do this, yeah, is you're messing with their mind and weakening them mentally. And when you're doing your dark works, and especially if you're doing something like an insanity doll, truth hurts is quite a good thing to use, because they'll start going mental about that. You know what I mean? So, that's the second psychological aspect of spiritual warfare. Yeah. Now, the next one isn't about how to harm your opponent as such, more how to survive your opponent. But it does, I guess, it does help you project your power and impress on your opponent that you're not to be fucked with, which then can help you when you are trying to manifest harm to them, because if they believe in it, it's going to be more effective on them. But yeah, so lesson 3 is intimidation. There we go, we're looking for the word. Intimidation. So there's a very well-known book on the internet that does this quite a lot with his enemies. He'll intimidate them. When he goes to war with them, he'll remind the person of other targets that have gone, share photos of how people look once he's had hold of them, you know, that kind of thing. This is all intimidation, yeah, right? When somebody is coming at you, yeah, and I don't care who they are, I don't care if it's like the top fucking magician in the world, yeah, and they come at you, yeah, and don't back down and go, oh no, I'm sorry, please, no, I'm not as strong as you. No, you say, bring it, motherfucker, I'll end you, yeah. Reason being is, once, like in real life, once you're intimidated and once you're scared and once you're backing down and backing off, yeah, you're gonna lose. So if they decide to attack you, you're fucked, yeah. So you might as well front up and say, fucking let's have it then. Go on, I'll rip your fucking head off, you little cunt. Do you know what I mean? That's the only way you're going to get around your protection. Sorry, you're going to be much more effective if you've got that attitude with your enemies. I mean, don't be arrogant and just walk around telling everybody, I'll fuck you up, I'll fuck you up. But when they bring it, yeah, tell them, bring it, fucking, you've got it, I can take it, man, I fucking end you, right? You know, something like that, yeah, right? This kind of thing. Because you're impressing to them, you don't intimidate me, and you're impressing it to yourself as well. So now you're putting out this, you don't intimidate me energy, I'm not backing down energy, yeah? Your protections and everything are going to be a lot more effective, and the dark work you send out and everything is going to be a lot more effective if your opponent does not and cannot intimidate you, if you have that mindset, yeah? Also, if your opponent is intimidated by you, yeah, your work's going to be more effective against them, and their work's going to be less effective against you. But don't be too arrogant. Well, arrogance is not exactly a good sign. Yeah, but a lot of black magicians, they go over the edge with this attempted intimidation. Like fucking people call them edgelord wannabes, don't they? These edgelord wannabes, they always go over the top with this intimidation and shit. This is where they end up looking like jokers, yeah, right? So don't be an arsehole, yeah, and just fucking be strong. Don't be an arsehole, but don't be a pussy or leaver. That's what I'm basically trying to tell you, yeah. So, because intimidation is a big aspect of spiritual warfare. And like I said, if you're intimidated by your opponent, yeah, you need to shed your fear. You need to front them and shed your fear. And how you do that is fuck them the hell up. Yeah. Only way you're going to be able to shed your fear is if you front them and fuck them up. Magically, of course, I'm not condoning YouTube people. I am not condoning physical violence. This is all fucking magical theory. So these are some of the aspects of psychological warfare in spiritual warfare. We've done truth hurts, haven't we? Like, so, we've done all I'm going to give you without fucking giving, like, fucking the whole damn section of the book away. But basically, what I'll do is I'll go into these in a bit more depth. I'll use examples of where I've used these tactics against people and where people have attempted to use these tactics against me, yeah? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a lot shorter than the other one, but this section of the book that I'm writing is it's going to be quite a good section, and I don't want to give too much away and for y'all to just watch the damn video and not buy the damn book. So have a good night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't leave you with the right lot. And I'll do maybe this week, because we're only on Monday, innit? Maybe Thursday I'll bring you another video, that one I promised you last Thursday, that making your magic manifest. But just because people have been trying these psychological warfare tactics on me, and I've been backfiring on them for like the past year and a bit now, it's going in my book because they've given me ammo from it. Oh, that's one before we go as well. Strength in the face of adversity, I'll call it, yeah. Right? When people use all these tactics on you and other tactics on you, yeah, this links back to intimidation anyway. Rise above it, grow, yeah. Step up your game, step up your plans, grow, get better, get better, get better, get better. You know what this is doing? Because they're trying to pull you down and chip you down and fuck you up and get you banned or whatever, yeah. This is, if you continue to progress and grow in the face of all this adversity, this is going, fuck you, you little pussies. I'm beyond you. You can't touch me and you can't harm me. Yeah, right? Fucking no weapon harmed against you shall prosper. You know what I mean? There we go. Boom. That's the last one. So, ladies and gents, good night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which isn't the right lot. And when this book comes out, yeah, I expect you to buy the motherfucker. Oh, and buy my first one too. Good night.